Let's be brutally honest. Your parents' financial advice is now failing you. We were all taught to work hard, get a good job, and save, all of those things. But in 2025, saving your money is a guaranteed way to lose. If you're in London or New York or Hong Kong, your savings is being eaten alive by inflation, and you're just a well-dressed person on a hamster wheel. If you're in Lagos or Accra, even worse, your naira or cedi is melting like ice in the sun. You are working harder than ever, but you're not getting wealthier. You're just running. Why? Because you've been taught to be a consumer, not an owner. Today, we're fixing that and we're going to sort it out. Welcome to WealthMotley. The problem is very simple. Most people work hard, get money, and then spend it. The rich work hard, get money, and they buy assets. Then they use the money from their assets to buy those nice things. This is the shift from being a consumer to being an owner. Think about it. We all buy phones, but how do you know if Apple stock at $200 is a good price? How do you know if it's the next big thing or if it's the next BlackBerry? Remember BlackBerry, right? In 2007, it was the phone. Presidents, celebrities, everybody used it. If you had bet your entire retirement on it, you'll be broke today. If you bet on Apple, you'll be a millionaire. Most people are just investing by buying random stocks they hear on Instagram, Reddit, TV, all of those things. That's not investing, guys. That's gambling. Today, I'm showing you a smarter, safer way. ETFs. And what's an ETF? It's just a basket that holds hundreds or even thousands of stocks. And here's the magic. Let's say you own the phone ETF. BlackBerry starts to fail. If you only own BlackBerry stock, you lose everything, right? But since you own the ETF, the fund automatically kicks BlackBerry out of it and replaces it with maybe the next winner like Apple, and you don't have to lose a single thing. That's the power of passively investing in a good ETF. But first, why should you even bother taking on this risk? Let's run the numbers. Imagine you invest £500 a month for 30 years. That's about 1 million naira, for people in Nigeria. If you get just average low returns of 7% a year, you end up with about £566,000 after 30 years. If you get a 10% return, which is like the market average, you end up with almost £1 million. But if you build a smarter portfolio that gets you even just 13% return, you could end up with about £1.75 million. That's over £1 million difference just from getting a slightly better return. That's why it matters. So we're going to look at 5 different types of ETF today that you can build your portfolio on. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This is literally education, and I'm just investing and showing you, how to do your own research. So category 1, market ETFs. This is the core of your portfolio. This is your foundation. This is those sort of stocks that you say you buy the whole market and then you sleep at night. That's the sort of thing. And this one should form 60 to 70% of your entire portfolio. What are examples of this type of ETF? The VTI. This one has all the total US stock market. That means thousands of companies, over 2,000 stocks, all in one. Example 2 is the one that I love, VOO. Or VUAG in the UK or in Europe. This one is the S&P 500, the 500 largest US companies. It averages about 12% a year. The VUAG is the accumulating version for those of us in UK or Europe, which means that automatically when you buy this ETF, it reinvests your dividends for you to make your money even grow faster. So that's the second example. The third one is QQQ. It's called QQQ in US, but EQQQ in UK. This is the Nasdaq 100, the biggest non-financial company. So it's very tech heavy. It's more volatile, but it has higher growth as well. But for most people, a simple S&P 500 ETF like the VOO or the VUAG is the perfect foundation for that 60 to 70% of your portfolio. So that's your first category. Let's look at category 2. This is income dividend ETFs. This is how you really build those assets that pay you while you sleep. These ETFs buy companies that pay out their profits to you as cash, called dividends. But you have to be smart. What are examples of this one? Number 1 is VYM. This is a very popular US high growth ETF. It pays you about 2.5% in dividend per year. Another one is SCHD. This is a US dividend growth champion. We talk about it a lot. It pays you about 3.6 to 3.8% in dividends. And a third one is the one that really works here in the UK or in Europe, USDV. And this one is a fantastic UCITS ETF that tracks similar high dividend companies just like the SCHD. But this is where the rookie mistake happens for a lot of people. Don't just chase the highest dividends. I know some of you are looking and saying, which one will give me the highest dividends? You'll see some ETFs that will be paying you 12%. But if you look closely, their stock price is flat and the dividend is failing every single year. So it's a trap. A fund like the SCHD that I just told you about is powerful because its stock price has grown about 12% a year and its dividend has grown about 10% a year as well. So my own is a lower growing dividend on a growing asset is infinitely more powerful than a high shrinking dividend. So take note, and that's my own personal take on this. Now, the third category, those are growth ETFs. Now, these ones are a step above the market ETF. They filter the market to find companies that are growing faster than the average. An example of this that I talk about a lot is the VUAG. This is Vanguard's US growth ETF. It holds the growth half of the S&P 500. Because of the tech boom, it has averaged around 17% a year over the last 10 years. Now, for people in the UK or Europe like myself, a fund like IITU or the EQQQ, these are great proxies for this particular growth ETF. My take is that adding a growth fund is a way that you can tilt your portfolio more towards this 13% I told you about. It's slightly more volatile, but it's a more powerful engine for your satellite portfolio, for that part of your portfolio, that's just a little, it's not a big one. Now, category 4, these are niche ETFs. For me, this is like the biggest one, the Jara that you put on top. These are concentrated, high risk, high reward bets on a specific theme that you believe in. This is your hot sauce. A little bit goes a long way. This is not your core ETF. Remember, we said core should be things like the S&P 500. Now, what's an example of an ETF that is in this particular niche category? VGT that I talk about. Vanguard Information Technology ETF. A broad but powerful bet on the entire US tech sector. A second one here is like the AIQ, the Global X AI and Technology ETF. This one gives you exposure to companies that are using and developing AI. And a third one that you could look out here is Chart, Roundhill Generative AI ETF. This one is a very niche, a brand new type of ETF that focuses only on generative AI. It's very high risk, but oh my gosh, it is very high reward as well. Now, another one here is like the XLV or the IUHC. These are for healthcare ETFs. Why? Because as the world gets older, healthcare spending is a trend that is not going away. I'm sure you are paying for your parents and yourself to grow old, so why not? For me, this is like a 10, 20, thereabout percent of your portfolio. You are taking a shot here, you could get 20+% return, or you could lose your money. But that's why it's a smaller amount that you invest in it, unlike what you do in like your core, like the S&P 500. Now, the fifth category, these ones are international ETF. Why is this important? You don't just want to bet on America. As an immigrant or even an African, you know that the world keeps growing. You know the hustle in Lagos, the innovation in Mumbai, and the manufacturing happening in Taiwan. So an example of ETF here that you can use to invest in all of these places, something like the VEA. This one gives you developed markets like the UK, like Japan, like Canada, all in that ETF. And another one is like the EEMG. This one gives you emerging markets like China, like Taiwan, like India. So you buy some of their stocks and mix it all in here, and that's what you get. And a third one, which is the simplest to me, is the VWRL or the VT. This one is the total world ETF. It buys everything: America, Asia, Europe, Africa, all in one fund. And for many, this could be the only thing you actually ever need to invest in. You're just sitting down investing in the total world without stress. But for me, adding an international fund like this can help you diversify away from the US dollar and away from the US market, helping you to create a truly resilient global portfolio, like the global citizen that you are. Okay, so I've given you a full menu of options. So what's the strategy? It's not about picking one of the best funds, no. The secret to winning as a passive investor is something as very simple as 3 acronyms. ABB, which is always be buying. That's it. You pick your simple portfolio, maybe 70% in VOO, the S&P 500, and like 30% in QQQ or something like that. Pick whichever one works for you. You set up an automatic transfer every week or every month. You are always buying. The market is crashing, and you are buying. It is raining, it is sunny, it is autumn, it is dry season, it is winter season. You keep buying. Your auntie is telling you, go and buy a plot of land. I've heard. You buy that land, but you still buy your ETF. You keep buying. The mistake that most people make is that they panic during a crash and they stop buying. But the crash is when your favorite investments are on sale. This ABB simple strategy forces you to buy when the prices are low. You do this for years and you don't touch it. This is how you build real generational wealth. This is how you stop being broke. This is how you stop being just a consumer and become an owner. It is not about getting rich quick. It's not a scheme. It is a get rich for sure plan. This is about building a machine that pays you to live your life. So when you decide to travel, or if you lose your job, the money just doesn't stop because your assets are still working for you. This is the definition of financial freedom. So you have your blueprint. You know the why, you know the what, you know the how. The only thing missing now is action, and that I cannot do for you. The cost of inaction is a guaranteed loss to inflation and a missed opportunity. So here's my charge to you today. Open your investment app. Go and download one. Trading 212, Bamboo, Fidelity, Vanguard, Truth, whichever one works for you from wherever you are in the world. Set up an automatic transfer today, even if it's just £20 or 20,000 naira or $20, and make your first purchase. Buy a stock, buy an ETF, start building that your machine. It is a muscle. You need to flex it. To help you, I have created a free ebook perfect for beginners. It helps you understand how to start, all you need to do to start building an investment, and the most popular examples of how you're going to start today. Everything I've said in this video is broken down there for you that you can take out and use anytime. And to help you even further, I am starting my investment course. You can waitlist for it. I promise it's the mother of all investing courses. You will learn stocks, you learn ETFs, you learn REITs, you learn so many stuff. So please let me know what you think in the comment section. Stay wealthy, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.